Hi Leo, this is your September 2018 Tarot Fix. Thank you for checking out this reading, and I do hope it's right on time for you. With the Hierophant showing here for you at first, Leo, I do wonder if there haven't been some significant routines, even traditions, some new structure introduced into your life already this Virgo season. This is a time for it, or perhaps a new teacher has been introduced to you at this time, a significant new teacher. If you're a student, of course, this is the time for that, so that makes sense, that falls in line. We will see, of course, what else comes up for you regarding Virgo season and the month of September in general. And pull a future card to take us into October, maybe even November and December. We'll see. We'll see what comes up, what the timeline feels like. Let's see first, though, where your conscious mind and activity is at in the month of September. Now this might be right now, right around it's the 8th as I'm recording this, though it may very well be the 9th before it is uploaded. Or this may be the energy that you began the month with, Leo, for some. For some, it's a significant energy that you'll step into at some point during September. For those of you who happen to not resonate with the reading at all, of course, as always, you are encouraged to check out any energy, any other sign that interests you, be it your moon, your ascendant, your sun, your Mars, your Venus, any other placement or sign, or just an energy that you feel you are lacking and maybe need to channel at this time. Any other sign that interests you. I think Leos are in charge of their financial and material realm at this time. In a Queen of Pentacles type of energy, you are able to balance your creativity and expressing that creativity and using that creativity to maintain your household and your budget at the same time as exercising your practical side that actually sees to the math and the logistics that go along with managing those things as well. It may be that some of you are stepping into the role of a teacher, and that's the new structure and routine that has been introduced in Virgo season. The Sun card, a card of yours, Leo, is coming up as what's on your conscious mind and representing your conscious mind and your conscious activity at this time. And then we'll take a look into your subconscious as well. So your surface level, your interaction with others, the way you seem to others, speak to others, carry yourself, what you're thinking consciously is focused on true happiness. So if it is a teaching position of sorts, you are enjoying it. Whatever work you're doing, whatever new schedule, routine, like I said, maybe even tradition could go to that extent if it's something that you are sure to continue doing for a very long time. It's making you very happy. Your subconscious mind is working hard, though, at the same time. It's whatever you're involved in this month is making you feel very proud and accomplished, very much yourself, like you're very much in your element, very much able to display your best skills, the abilities of yours that make you shine. To the extent that people around you, some could be jealous of how well you're doing. It's obvious, and you're very happy. And then subconsciously, you just know that that accomplishment, that feeling of, again, true happiness and greatness doesn't come without hard work. I'm sure you've done hard work to get to where you are, and on a subconscious level, you're still working hard to maintain that. And that is what makes one feel accomplished, right? Knowing that you worked for it, knowing that the praise and the glory and the satisfaction and the rewards that you are enjoying are a result of you applying your abilities, your skills, what you're good at. And I think in this space, because you're working and you're earning and you are working hard and willing to do so, and you like what you're doing, and it's giving you this feeling of, again, pride and accomplishment, you're being generous. You have an opportunity this month to allow funds and resources, gifts possibly, to flow out. You may be celebrating birthdays this month with some Virgos, some Libras. You may also find that your time and your energy in general is freed up because you are making money and doing well. That may be part of this hard work and accomplishment that's going on this month. Again, as I said before, the Queen of Pentacles is relevant. The Queen of Pentacles came up before recording, so I do think that for some of you, we're looking at a teaching job that has just started up again for some Leos. Or just a teaching job that has just begun, whether it's again or not. Yeah, and as I said, you have the ability this month. You have the luxury to give of your resources, give of your time, give of your energy, because you are doing so well, because you are exercising a talent and a skill of yours, and in a position, in a way, in a place for an employer who gives you the sense and the feeling and the impression that you have security there. It may be because you're working for yourself. This true happiness may be a result of financial independence and autonomy, having found a way to market and profit off of skills and talents of yours that you've mastered. In any case, whether it's a job, a career, working for someone else or for yourself, that's bringing you this true happiness and achievement and satisfaction. It's putting you in a position where you can again, be generous with your energy, your time, your resources, your money specifically. Maybe even you might even be able to be generous in the way of helping to get someone else a job where you work. That might be relevant for some Leos in this situation this month. And subconsciously, the way you are trying to handle this, the way a subconscious part of you is wanting you to handle that situation, whether that's coming through to you consciously or not. For some Leos, it probably is. For others, it probably isn't. It just depends on whether or not you're listening to your intuition, listening to your dreams, trying to have your conscious and subconscious in constant communication, or in communication. But how you're wanting to handle this is when listening to your intuition, you know where to give your money, your resources, your energy, your time. You see, I mean, he has many coins, he has much, and he gives just one. He is giving, but not everything that he has. Some part of you still wants you to conserve your energy. Yes, you're able to use skills and talents that you love using. It makes you very happy to exercise these profitable skills. But the Eight of Pentacles is not yet the 9 or the 10, right? He still has to work very hard, and it's enjoyable and necessary, and a stage we all move through again and again. But there's a potential that you could be too generous because you're so happy, you're so confident. There's a potential that you could loosen the purse strings too much, that you may, not all Leos, this is just for some Leos. For some Leos, a part of you is saying, we want to hold some time, energy, resources, money back for ourselves still. We want to be as generous as we can be, but we still need something for ourselves. We're still not at a level where we can give without thinking about what we need. But the Six of Pentacles does also represent charity. So I think too that, you know, for some Leos, maybe the same Leos, that some part of you, you know, is encouraging that charitable part of you, that generous part of you. And it's about balance. There's a balance of give and take. If you give so much that you don't have enough for yourself, enough rest in terms of energy, enough money in terms of having what you need, enough resources, etc., then you can find yourself slipping backwards and again in a position where you can't give it all to people, or in a position where you can give even less. And it's important that we consider all of those things, right? Not just money, but again, time and whatever other resources are important to you and might be being asked of you and required of you from people around you. Your advice is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles takes action like all of the knights. He does so at a slow and steady pace. He's building, he's climbing, he's stubborn. He's going to get where he is headed, but it is slow and steady. And there's the Hierophant again. I'll let you look at these a little closer now. The Fool card reversed on the bottom of the deck. So I definitely see the message of not wanting to act too quickly. The message to you that you should not act too quickly. A routine, the routine, to maybe even tradition that we're talking about, that we were talking about at the beginning of the reading, that may have started during Virgo season already, or that may start still in Virgo season. That routine, that tradition of sorts, that ritual, that discipline, and or lessons that you are going through, accepting and moving through at this time, are going to encourage and help and aid that steady pace that I said is your advice here in the Knight of Pentacles. I definitely see that message, because the Fool reverse can tell us, you know, there's a chance that we might, you know, there's an opportunity for us this month, for you this month, Leo, to take a risk. You're not ready for, or that is too risky, that you haven't completely assessed. It's not that there isn't a time for risks, and it's not that you know that this reading is for every last Leo energy. Of course not. That can't be possible. But for many Leos, for Leos who resonate with this reading, this month is a time to rein in the risky behavior. Yes, you feel exuberant. You are excited. You are thrilled. You are confident and have every right to be. And it is beautiful. You're glowing. And it seems you've just moved out of a space of having been trapped by limiting beliefs, probably about yourself, because of this confidence and being able to display your skills. You're now in a space where, you're now in a space where you're no longer blind to what you're capable of, the extent, the epitome of what you're worth, your value, what you can do when you work hard and put your mind and your hands to it, when you're unafraid to show yourself and what work you love to do and means the most to you, to the world, and to the people you need to showcase it to. But in that state, that excited, that very excited and childlike, free, uninhibited state that puts you in, it's almost an altered state. It's almost like a drunken state, right? You can be so happy that you might pick up a $200 bar tab when you really only had $50 to spend that night. You might be so excited and happy that you buy gifts for everyone and find that you don't have money for groceries in between paycheck weeks, even though you have a great job and plenty of money coming in when the next paycheck gets there, right? Those are just silly, simple examples, but highly plausible. You might miss jealousy nearby at this time. That's also a message when the Sun card comes up. It's be careful with swinging your pride around too much. But also you could miss the fact that you are not what is that word I'm looking for? Well, you can't just do whatever you want just because you're in that state. Yes, ride that confident wave. You deserve it. Enjoy it. It's yours. Own it. Be of it. Shine. Let it show. But don't let that drunken state, that uninhibited state, that free, uninhibited and free state, encourage you to take foolish risks. With the Fool card in reversed, it's just September is a time to be mindful of that. And that's what I really see coming through with the Sun card there. It's beautiful. I'm so happy for you, Leos. I don't mean to put a damper on it at all. I just am harping on it only because I'm unable to completely explain myself. But the Tower card is also showing here for us, as if to say, if you don't heed that warning, if you take foolish risks, if you allow that free, happy, on top of the world state to sweep you up in a whirlwind and have you, oh, I don't know, make a crazy investment with all of your money that's unadvised by anyone who actually knows what they're talking about in terms of where you should invest your money. You might lose it. Or if you gamble at all, you may lose it. Now, that's just money. You can be gambling with relationships. You could be gambling with your time and other resources in other ways. It's probably going to be a head over heart decision that needs to be made, I'm seeing, with the Fool card in reverse there, with this risk we're talking about, with the emotion and intellect card showing up here for us as well. And it may be a mistake that some of you just have to make. It may not even, may not even be a mistake. It may just be a step in a path that you're on. And what it looks like next is that you take a big risk, because we all need to learn to be brave enough to do that sometimes. And if anyone is, it's you, Leo, right? And it brings about a Tower moment in your life. And this is nothing more than what it can be, but a sort of cautionary sign that that's what you're on the road toward. Sometimes, nothing can stop that Tower moment. Sometimes nothing can stop us taking those risks. And again, we're supposed to learn to be brave enough to take those risks. And it may be fated with the Tower card, the Fool card, the Sun card, and the Hierophant, which showed up twice, all showing up in your reading, 4 major arcanas of the nature that they are, to the risk at the beginning of the journey, finding and experiencing true happiness, the moment that shakes everything, the ritual and the faith of the teacher showing twice, is probably what you're hoping to embody as a result of all of this major divine energy. For some Leos, I'm just describing, the path that you're on, the events that are just going to take place. They just are. But for others, it's a, because it is only a monthly reading, it's a smaller circumstance. It's something that can be avoided. It is a head over heart decision that can be made. Like gambling, again, just as an example, you may very much be addicted to it and want to do it, but you can choose to overcome that addiction instead, or begin to. But let's take a look also at the 4 of Fire in the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. That is your future card, Leo. And it's reversed, so it is in its potential blockage position, which says, when the 4 of Fire appears reversed, it symbolizes a warning that something may be falling short of its target. Despite all caution and care, something may be about to go awry and not as planned. You may or may not be able to determine the cause, but just in case, it is time for scrutiny and double checking. Maybe a little adjustment here and there can get things heading in the right direction once more. Now is not the time for complacency. Be vigilant and prepared to act if needed. So that much of that echoes what I was talking about. Again, slow and steady is the advice at this time from spirit, from your higher self, from source, from whatever anchors you, from just the tarot, from me as your reader. Slow and steady is the advice this month, and rituals, routine, teachers if need be, encourage that, aid that, help that along. But it does, in much of the Four of Wands there did seem to echo what I was saying, what I see in the Fool reverse in the Tower card. These two showing up, it's just like risky behavior may not bode well for you this month, and just to clarify, everything could possibly fall apart for some of you Leos as a result. And, you know, as the Four of Wands advised, double check. It's not a time to necessarily cancel plans, because, again, when it's a general reading, without getting a personal reading and diving deeper into the situation, there's no way to know for sure that it is specifically for you. You know when it resonates so deeply that there's no denying it. But instead of canceling plans, maybe it's a time to double check, to be very thorough, to scrutinize the details of anything you're getting involved in, any risks that you're taking at this time. What did it say specifically? This is going over time, but I have to look once more because it said something that was sort of like a hint, I thought. It said something may be falling short of its target, because of course we have the Archer here, which makes me think of Sag energy. Of course, Leo, I don't know if there's a Sag who's asking you to engage in risky behavior that you should double think. That's definitely a possibility here. There's also Taurus energy here and the potential teacher, or that could too be that could also be an energy that's encouraging the risky behavior. Another way we could look at this message here is that while slow, steady behavior is advised, there's a Taurus energy that steers you away from it, and even an Aries energy. Potentials I see coming up. But regardless of the specific sign energy, it definitely may be a hint that something is falling short of its target. So again, if you're investing in something, if you're gambling something, getting involved in gambling or betting on something, anything of that nature, something may be, quote, falling short of its target. So that is worth, like we said, inspecting again, scrutinizing a little bit. I do have to leave the message there, though, Leos, and I do hope that you're all taking something away from this reading, something that you didn't have when you came to it. If you are taking something away from the reading, if it resonated with you, do please like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of your interaction with the channel, comments, messages. Thank you so much, truly. And otherwise, I just want to encourage you to send me an email, reach out if you need a personal reading. Check out the description below. All of my options are there. There's a new $10 quick fix. There are 24-hour rushed readings now. There is a Virgo season reading for those who feel they are living in the future, in a sense, caught up in plans for the future. It's called Futuristic Fantasies. So check that out if you are looking for more free content that's available right now. Otherwise, thank you for everyone who has donated and reached out for readings already, requested personal readings, free and paid readings. I am still taking requests for free personal readings. Those are taking about a month to get back to you at this time. So if you can wait that long, please do reach out if you need a reading. But otherwise, I will be back with another tarot fix for you as soon as I can, Leos. I love you.